Joe Dusser.
Yes, sir.
It's Danny and Messi.
Unqualified heroes. We're the EDM up in this city. Yes, sir. You're unqualified heroes. I'm Daniel Perez. That was fun.
And I'm Messi Morales, where you're unqualified heroes.
If you're not joining us for the first time, you're like, what the heck are they? Like, this intro's there all the time. Well, it's not, because now we can hear it through our headphones. Usually, Messi just edits it after the podcast.
Yeah.
But now we hear it, so it's like...
Riverside.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
There you go. Sponsor us, Riverside. Give us a free year. Yep. So EDM happened up in here, and it was fun. Hope you guys liked the intro. Anyways, Messi, this week was a big week for Marvel.
It's a big week for Marvel.
It's a big week for Marvel, and not just Marvel. We got a big week for actors.
A lot of good stuff.
A big week for a lot of things.
A lot of things, yeah. It was a busy week.
Oh, yeah.
So finish it strong.
We got the two biggest things, which we'll talk about before the smaller things, is we got a movie and a finale.
Yep.
Of a show. Crazy enough, the movie was not as good as the finale. But that's fine. It's fine. It shouldn't be that way, but it's fine. Alright, Messi, what is the first piece of news that we got?
Okay. So
go a couple different directions here.
Yeah, so let's go from like the less hype for us, but obviously it's very important. The strike is officially over.
The actors' strike.
The writer's strike has been over. The
Yeah.
actors' strike just finished this week. It's been over 100 days, something like that. And
I think it was
they made a deal.
117 days or something like that.
Yep, they made a deal. They're happy. They're just gonna start working again. Production's gonna pick up again. Deadpool production picked up. They're starting voice acting for the whatever they left off on Spider-Verse, Across the Spider, or Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Beyond the Spider-Verse, yep.
They started picking up on that too. So like now we're getting the ball rolling again on other projects, on other movies. So in a couple months we're gonna see more projects develop and actually get done right.
Yeah. They're gonna be done, and they're gonna be happy. They're not gonna be complaining because it's everyone's happy now. You don't just have to. I mean, maybe not the studio. I'm sure the studios are happy because now they couldn't do anything without them. But like, if you got the writers happy because they now got what they want. The actors are happy. They now got what they want. Studios are happy because no one's complaining about them. I feel like this is only like not just we can't get like anything without actors and writers, but I feel like the content is going to be better.
Yeah, because one of the major things was the back-to-back projects, like overworking your workers. So like, I'm thinking they're gonna ease back a little bit, like take your time with the project, do some draft. Don't just do one draft and give it to us, because I felt like that. That was like She-Hulk first draft here, Toma.
Yep.
Like I think She-Hulk could have been a better show with a little bit more development.
And if you're just happy, you're gonna put out a better product. If your actors are not like just crapping everything because they're like, oh, screw the studios, you're gonna put out a better product. Like it's like going to school. I mean, you're always depressed when you're going to school, but like it's like going to school after something bad really happened, and you're just like, oh, like I don't want to do anything. Like I already don't want to do anything. Well, I really don't want to do anything. Versus, I don't know, something really good just happened. Your birthday just happened the day before, and it's like, wow, I just had a birthday party, whatever it is, and then you go to school, and maybe you're a little happier. You put out a better product, so
yeah. It's like that saying goes for married people. Happy life. I mean, happy wife, happy life. So take that and put it on the studios and actors. Happy actors, happy life. So
yep.
So make sure your actors are happy and writers as well. So now we're back in business.
We're back in business. We're getting our stuff. No more delays unless other virus comes around. No more delays because this is it. It was the virus and the strikes, but now that's over. Thank you, Riverside. But I'd say the next biggest piece of news, which is kind of good, kind of bad, take it how you wish, is delays. He just said no more delays, but guess what? They got one more set of delays. I think it's because now they got the actors, so they're like, okay, now we have an official timetable for when we can get things done. Now that everything's back in motion, so
I think it's a good delay.
Yeah, it's a good delay.
Yeah, it's a good
delay.
But
like, it's fine. We've got so much Marvel content. It's fine. It's cool. So, major Marvel movies. I believe it was Thunderbolts.
Yep.
Deadpool and it wasn't Deadpool. It was Deadpool. It was Thunderbolts. Well, I know, but originally had we not before this delay for next year it was Thunderbolts in December.
Oh yeah.
Brave New Captain America, right? Captain America 4. I don't know. I think that was July, and then Deadpool 3 in May. Guess what? Captain America delayed. Thunderbolts delayed. I don't really care for Captain America. Well, maybe I would. I haven't seen the trailer. I don't know. But Thunderbolts delayed. Captain America. Actually, they said that they're undergoing extensive reshoots for Captain America because it was poor screenings.
Dude.
Interesting.
And the movie was they were done shooting, and they got really poor reviews on it.
That's interesting. You got probably Bucky in there, Sam Wilson. You got Red Hulk in there. Yeah, you got Harrison Ford as Red Hulk. You probably got normal Hulk in there too. I mean, it kind of seemed like a pretty big movie. So for it to get poor reviews is, I don't know. It's scary. I'll tell you that.
It's scary. I'm glad that they're reshooting it. Some shots or whatever they have to reshoot, and they're redoing it because we don't want something crappy again. So,
but like, I don't know. After you really have to go some serious reshoots because after you get something that's rated poorly that goes reshoots, most of the time it's still pretty poor. It's just not as poor as it was before, I guess. But I mean, granted, we haven't seen Aquaman, but we know how many reshoots Aquaman 2 has gone through. Probably still gonna suck.
Probably.
So I mean, it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of scared for Captain America 4 because it seemed like a very important big movie that was gonna happen. But yeah, it's the only major movie that we're getting. We are still getting Echo and maybe something else.
Like for 2024?
Yeah, it might just be Echo.
No, Echo and Deadpool. That's it.
Yep. And we get What If holiday season, but I don't know if that means December.
I think it's this year.
Probably December. Because if they're doing Echo in January, then it's probably December for What If.
I think What If is the last thing for the year for Marvel, and then Echo will be the first thing.
And see, you got the release date for Deadpool 3?
So Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman dropped announcement. As soon as they heard the actor strike is done, they were like, bet, here's some information. So Ryan Reynolds said that the movie, he just dropped the date, July 26, 2024. And then Hugh Jackman dropped the same message saying, "What a coincidence!"
Coincidence?
Yeah. What I can speak English. That it's the same day, like the anniversary of Wolverine, of Hugh Jackman Wolverine. So
10 year, was it 10 years? 10-year anniversary. I think it was 2014 for Wolverine.
I don't know.
It was 2013. So 11-year anniversary. So yeah, I mean I feel like, I don't know. It's pretty cool.
That's so far though. It's 6 months.
It is 6 months. But time flies.
That's true.
It's actually more than 7 months. It's like 9 months.
Oh yeah, from the beginning starts.
From now, it's like 9 months.
Yeah, from now, yes.
But Deadpool 3, it's I mean, that better get some good reviews, because if not, I'll just off myself. Yeah. It just seems like such a big movie. What was interesting was the director was like, yeah, we had no problem getting a bunch of celebrity cameos. Now, we already knew there was going to be cameos. But then now we like,
how many cameos?
How many cameos are we getting? Like, he was like, yeah. I feel like he just has this massive. He went up to Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. He said, hey, go up to all your friends and be like, hey, you want a cameo in Deadpool 3? And I feel like almost all of them were like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. I'm telling you, Taylor Swift is in there.
Yeah, we can't fight it. Swifties are too strong.
The Swifties are too strong.
They're too strong. We can't fight them. But it's okay. It's okay. She's not gonna be the only one in the movie. So hopefully a lot more X-Men characters show up.
Oh yeah. This. Sure hope so, because we're getting teased. I'm getting blue balls over here, like crazy.
Hairy blue balls.
But the next piece of news is definitely my favorite. Hopefully, I'm not really. I mean, the news-wise, it's my favorite. But what we saw, I don't know, and that is the. I almost said a complete different title. Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Adventure Time or something like that. I was looking because I wrote down ATLA, and for some reason my mind went somewhere else. Avatar: The Last Airbender live action teaser trailer. Messy thoughts.
It caught me off guard. It looks better than the first live action movie that they did. Aang. It's called Aang. It's not Ong.
Ong.
Appa doesn't look like a huge rat. He looks like a furry dog. I think you know what we're talking about. He's like those little small dogs that they let the hair girl
Yep.
over to here. But I told them like you told me like even on the beginning of the live action, animated with his hair like basically bald and stuff like that, and I got the same vibe here. But I can't wait for the Globes. I think it's gonna look cool. I'm not gonna judge it just because of the trailer. Too much because I'm scared. I'm actually scared because the original creators left due to creative conflict in the show, and so.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the show, but I'm also scared about it.
I forgot they left.
Yeah, bro.
That's scary.
It is scary.
But teaser trailer wise, I mean, I don't know who it was that posted, but it was like side by sides of animated versus live action, and it looked pretty good. IGN, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you saw a bunch of different scenes, standstills, and it looked good. Aang looks good. Like you were just saying, some people like Zuko, like you said. If we don't really pay attention because we're watching an animated show and we're like, oh, whatever, he looks weird. I don't really care. But then you see an actual person that like has bald but like has a ponytail, and you're like, what the? And like it's just weird. But hey, they're adapting what's in the animated, so it's gonna look weird to some of us at some point. Now the only problem I have with this is Momo, and I told you this before. We need to gang up on Netflix and Sonic bully them the same way we did back then, and change Sonic's design to change Momo's design, because this man looks weird.
He doesn't look that weird. Zuko looks weird. You know who looks weird? And I think I told you about this.
Bro, Momo looks weird as hell, bro. I look at Momo, I'm like, what am I looking at?
You know who looks weird? Sokka looks weird.
Sokka?
Sokka looks. I think we talked about it. You remember that episode on the show when they're like, this is like almost at the very end. They're watching the play about them.
Yeah.
And they're like, the actor who plays Sokka, he looks just like this dude. Yeah, that's how weird he looks.
Oh my gosh. Poor Sokka. But it's okay because he's gonna get glow up. He's gonna look good.
I can't wait for his boomerang. I want to see his boomerang.
Yes.
I want to wait for one of my favorite lines. He throws the boomerang. He goes, "What a tribe!" I can't wait for that line. I hope they actually do it.
I wonder how much of. Obviously, there's filler episodes in the show because it's a 3-season show. You're gonna have 20+ episodes. You're gonna have some filler episodes here and there. Like, I don't know. I can't think of some. Maybe like the one in the library, the underground library, probably a filler episode. But
I don't think that was a filler episode because that's how they found about the.
Oh yeah, yes, you're right.
The eclipse.
I wonder how much of the show they're gonna put into a movie, because it's a movie, right? Or is it a show? It's a
show.
Oh, it is a show. I don't know why I thought it was a movie. I feel like I knew it was a show, and for some reason I just said it was a movie. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a show.
I was gonna say how much are they gonna put into a 2-hour movie, but that means nothing anymore. Okay, so you think the trailer looked pretty good?
It looks decent, but I'm scared still.
It was a teaser. It was a teaser.
It was a teaser. I'm still afraid because for the movie, it looks awesome. The trailer looks awesome. Don't get me wrong. The movie sucks ass, but the trailer, without me knowing how the movie's gonna be, it looks pretty cool.
The trailer did not look good.
It looks pretty cool.
Bro, Aang looked weird. It wasn't even Aang. It was Ong.
I mean, whatever. That's not the point. The point was that it looked cool. But because it was the first time that we saw.
That's true.
Live action Aang and like all these people, so we didn't actually think like. Okay,
but he didn't even look like he wasn't even wearing the same clothes. Now he's wearing the same clothes. It's gonna. Okay. I just like that they have the same looks.
Yeah,
I think that's my the Fire Lord, Iroh,
Osai, Iroh, Zuko.
Yeah, they all look good. They all look like how I would envision them, except
Zuko.
I was gonna say. I mean, honestly, Momo does look like the animated, but it just looks weird seeing it. It just looks really weird seeing it in live action. I just saw a side by side of them, and they actually do look fairly similar. But it just bothers me how.
You think it looks too animated?
I think it looks too animated. It looks like those movies where you have like one animated character and the rest of it's live action. Not Sonic, because Sonic actually did pretty good, but like some other movies that you have.
Yeah, like the live action Looney Tunes, stuff like that.
Yeah, and you're just like, it just bothers them. But yeah, excited for it. And the date is going to be February 22nd, 2024. So it's actually coming really soon. And being a Netflix series, it's going to come all at once.
Yep.
I got a question for you. Do you think this is a one series, like they do all in one season?
No,
or
they can't.
They spread it out. You think they spread it out? You think they do 3 seasons?
I think they're going to do 3 seasons, maybe 4, if they take their time and they explore a little bit more than the original show. But I think they have to do 3 because the movie that we saw, it was the first season, all in 1 2 hour.
That's true.
So that's why it was too packed. It was too much that we needed, because I don't think they introduced the Warriors. I forgot the actual name. The
Kyoshi Warriors.
The Kyoshi Warriors. Yeah. Damn, bro. The Kyoshi Warriors. They didn't introduce them in the movie. I don't remember.
No, they weren't. They weren't in the movie.
Like they're a really big part of the show. Like they're important. And Omashu, I don't think that Omashu was even part of the.
No,
it
was just the Water Tribe.
The water. See, like there was so much. Kim Boomy, like Boomy, made the show a lot better.
It would be cool for it to be 3 seasons, and they literally just basically follow the animated series.
So from what it looks like, they're doing season 1 from the show. Obviously, they didn't show a lot from the season 1. So like Kyoshi Island was here. The island of the fire with I think if I remember right, that's where the Avatar before him passed away.
Yeah.
I think that's the volcano area. And obviously Zuko's following Aang in the water and Kaya and Sokka. But I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. But I'm still scared.
Yeah, I mean, we just gotta wait and see. But at least we don't have to wait as long and do one episode a week. We'll get to see it as it is, and we'll figure out how to review it since it all drops at once.
Yeah,
we'll figure that out later on. I wonder how many episodes it is because they haven't said how many episodes it is. You know, are we getting a 6 episode? No, it's not because it's not Disney, but it's gonna be interesting because I believe season 1 of the animated had like 18, 19, 20, somewhere around 20. It was in the 20s. So, but most Netflix episodes
8.
That 8, they said it's only 8.
Yeah, well, Google said it's 8. So,
damn, 8 is short.
I mean, like you said, there was a lot of filler episodes on the animated show.
I guess that's true.
A lot of filler episodes became porting episodes.
They did.
Like I don't think there was like, I don't think there was like some filler episodes that were just filler episodes.
Yeah.
I'm just like
everything had some sort of character development to it.
Yeah.
Which is why it's my favorite show of all time, and I will stand by that. Anyways, yeah. So those are basically the 3 pieces of news that we have. Avatar, get ready for it. If you're not a fan of Avatar, the not the blue people. If you're not a fan of The Last Airbender, then I hope you go off a bridge. That's a joke. Military don't come for me. Yeah. So we got the Marvels and we got Loki. What do you want? What do you want to talk about?
Wait. I know this is a movie that you want to see so bad. The Hunger Games movie. The Rotten Tomatoes were revealed, and it's sitting at a 70%. Thoughts?
You know what I gotta do? I'll tell you my thoughts when I look up the Rotten Tomatoes for Hunger Games 1. Then I'll tell you how I feel. Because if it's around the same, then I'll be okay.
It's probably
84%. 84% was Hunger Games 1.
And this one's 70.
70. So most of the time it doesn't go up. It usually goes down
like 2 or 3%.
Yeah, it usually goes down by plus or minus a couple percent from what it starts at. So 70, that's not good. I mean, the trailer looks amazing, but
it's a 7 out of 10.
It is a 7 out of 10, but a 70? I don't know.
Wait, isn't this the girl that was supposed to play Snow White?
Yeah.
Well, this could be it.
But I looked up Hunger Games Part 1 or the Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2, and those were 70.
Those suck.
So it goes 84 for 1, 90 for 2 because number 2 is the best one.
Yeah.
And then Part 1 and Part 2 are 70.
They suck, both of them.
They don't suck. They're just not as good as the first 2 because the first 2 are the actual Hunger Games. They don't suck. I like them. I like them all. They're all peak cinema. They're all peak cinema. Point is, I'm kind of worried with it being 70%. But you know what? Rotten Tomatoes isn't the end all be all. You know what is? Audience score. Not really, because some people be screwing with scores.
Some people are biased.
Exactly. Like the audience score for the Marvels. That's too high. I'm sorry. It's too high. It's too high.
Okay, so I guess we're starting with the Marvels.
I guess we are.
Okay, so you haven't seen the movie yet. You're being warned. You've been warned. You have been warned. We're going right in. Spoilers. Explain. Why? No, before we do that, before you explain. What's your rating?
Alright. My rating for the Marvels is a 5.5 out of 10. And I'm going to I'm going to say I enjoyed Captain Marvel 1 better than Captain Marvel 2. I would give Captain Marvel 1 a 6.5.
1% more.
That's a lot. That's like between a 7 and a 6. That's a big difference.
I gave this movie a 7.
It's too high. It's too high.
It's not.
It's too high.
It's not
good. It's not good.
Let's talk about it.
It's not good.
Let's talk about it. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Even a 7, the audience score for the Marvels was at 85%. Too high.
That's even higher than I am. But okay, let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about what is the Marvels. Do you want to start, or you want me to start first?
You go.
Okay, the Marvels. I don't know honestly where in the timeline this movie is, because obviously the Secret Invasions happen. And obviously this happens after the Miss Marvel show, and obviously this also happens after WandaVision. But I don't know if this is before or after Secret Invasions. But that's not important at all. Okay, so there's this chick, the bad chick. She's trying to restore her home planet because Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, destroyed it. Because that was
this
part
is
of the creed.
After Secret Invasion.
It makes no sense why it's after the Secret Invasions, because that girl could have come and help, and she didn't come to help.
Oh, the girl that's like fully powerful now.
Yeah, like the most OP character in the whole MCU didn't came at all.
Is she the most OP character? We'll get to that later. Whatever.
Okay.
Keep going.
So there's this girl called, I forgot her name. Here's a weird name. Darben, something like that.
Yeah.
Loki's wife.
Loki's wife.
Loki's wife. She's trying to restore her planet because Carol Danvers destroyed it because they are from the Creed, and then obviously y'all know the Creed and Captain Marvel are not friends because of what happened on the events of Captain Marvel first. Okay, so Darben is trying to get revenge by trying to get her Captain Marvel's favorite places. So for water, air, and sun, she goes water from the sinking planet. By the way, I wanted to kill myself.
She basically did the Avatar by going through the 3 elements.
Yeah, so she went to get water, she went to get air, and she went to get the sun from all those 3 places that Captain Marvel cared about. So the sun was from Earth, the water was from a place that she got married and became a princess. What the fudge? And the other one was the air was from Skrulls, from a planet from the Skrulls where they're surviving.
That's why it could be after Secret Invasion, because maybe that's where all the Skrulls went to live. Well, not all of them. But...
Well, some of them, because they're being hunted right now by the U.S. government. Yeah. The reason why they're connected is because this Darben girl was making portals, just like how you see on Guardians of the Galaxy, how you see in Captain Marvel, how they travel through one point in space to another point in space really fast. She makes portals, and they're weirdly because they're Bengals of Kamala Khan. We found the other Bengals. They were not there the first episode. We
found the other Bengal.
Exactly, they were not there on the show. She found it. She needed both to make it more powerful because she only had one. She was struggling with it, so it's too much power for her. And then, freaking dumbasses, girls, I don't know why they want to. Oh, it's shiny. Let me touch it. They touch it, and then that's how they started flipping every time they use their powers. I was a cool concept. It was pretty cool. I actually did like that. It was pretty cool. After that, there's like, okay, let's whoop some ass. Da 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 da, and they figure it out that the purpose of the movie is trying to save that planet, and that they could have literally fixed it in the very beginning of the movie. If this chick would be like, oh yeah, we need my son back. Can you use your powers to pull my son back? Yeah, I can do that. Boom, movie over. That was basically it. That was basically Captain Marvel 2. Or the Marvels, with whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Basically what it is.
Yeah.
Tell me why you don't like this movie.
I got issues with this. And okay, issue number 1. I didn't know what the villain was trying to do for like the first third of the movie. I'm like, what is she trying to do? What is the point? I was like low key lost. I shouldn't be that lost in a movie like this. Come on. Second thing, they had one good fight sequence, and that was at the very end.
Beginning one.
No, the very end.
The end one? You like the end battle scene instead of the first one?
Bro, the end one was OP, bro. The end one was so good because, like they were going crazy. They were like, brah, brah, brah. And then Captain Marvel like swung the hammer. No, who was it? Monica. She swung the hammer,
Monica.
but it went through the body because like she could do that. So it went through this person's body. Someone else grabbed it and bismacked the girl with the hair. I was like, bro, it was just cool. It was cool. But the things that just didn't work for me, the villain's like intent, like the whole reason this movie was there was like, come on, you can do something stronger than that. The whole Nick Fury subplot, it was just, first off, why did Nick Fury go up in space with them in the first place? He could have stayed down on Earth. He had zero reason to go up in space again. Zero reason. He was literally there. Something blew up, and they had to evacuate. Weird. Then you got freaking wannabe Momo. What's his name? Goose. And he's like, he got a bunch of goose babies, and goose babies are like, and they're eating everyone. I don't know if I liked it or not. It was just weird. Like, did I like that they did that? I'm not sure.
That was one of the best scenes of the whole movie. They go over on the comms. It goes, "Please don't run. Let the cats eat you." And all you see all those freaking people just rampaging, running away from the cat.
Bro, that girl that was hiding.
That was the funniest scene in the whole movie. The cat just eating people. I mean, it makes sense, but people didn't want to be eaten by cats.
I wouldn't want to be eaten by cat. How do I know I'm gonna get spit back out?
I mean, trust Nick Fury.
I don't know, but there was just things. It wasn't like bad. It wasn't things that I was like, I hated that. But speaking of I hated that, the whole singing world.
Oh my god, I wanted to kill myself.
I didn't like hate it, but it was just I didn't like it. I think this movie didn't have anything I didn't hate. It didn't have stuff I hated. It wasn't like, oh, this is horrible. It was just like, this is so mid. Like, there's nothing special about this that was like, oh yeah, this is Marvel right here. And I feel like they're just trying to add too much comedy in there that, I don't know. It didn't really work for me, and that's okay. Now, you know what did work for me was the trio. And, as I said before the movie, Kamala freaking Khan, the next Kevin Feige, bro, she kills it every time she's on screen. Every time she's on screen, I'm like, bro, this girl's awesome. And you know what? I will actually say, one, I liked Brie Larson more in this movie. I think she was bearable. The other movies that she's in, she can kind of be unbearable. Captain Rambeau, I thought she did very, very good in this movie. I think in WandaVision, and was she in anything else? Maybe just WandaVision. It was like, meh, she's okay. I thought she did like very good in this film. So that trio was the best part of the movie. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this movie?
Okay. I agree with mostly everything that you said. The villain was dumb. Literally, I get it. I get the motive. But it was just a really dumb way to execute it. Like I said, Monica Rambeau, at the end of the movie, she literally figured out how to help them without doing anything that happened in the whole movie. She's
just like, why don't you do it?
Why don't you save their son? She goes, I never done it before. But you're literally, you have powers of a freaking stone. You can do literally anything. You're a freaking god.
Okay. I just thought of this. Devil's advocate, how is she going to get the air and the water?
probably another way of, instead of doing everything that she did like an evil way, there was probably an easier way to save the whole planet. There's always a way. Because she could have done everything that she did with the help of every single planet that she encountered. Because she could have gone to the place of squirrels, like, squirrels, my planet needs air. I have no other place because we have a peace treaty. You guys should help us because we're protecting you. Because the Kree is basically the protectors of the scrolls. That's what they agree on, because that's what happened on the movie. What the King guy, whatever his name was, said. Yo, we need air. Can I make a hole in space so I can get some air? Cool. Yeah, do you, girl. We're cool. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. And leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. Air. Go to the singing guy, freaking Prince. I want to say so much about the guy who's so annoying.
He was barely in the movie.
He was barely in the movie. I hated that whole scene. He gotta go to it. Same thing. We need water. You have so much water on this planet. Give us some of it. At least 25%. Like, bro, that planet was like almost 100% full of water. I think that the only part of
they said it was like 90 something percent water.
There's so much water. You could have survived with 25% less of your water.
Yeah.
And you need a sun? Bet. Captain Marvel can just lit it up. That's how. Done. Movie's done. Easy. Easy peasy. Monica and Kamala Khan never had to get involved. Nothing. Easy. But it did happen. Whatever. I love the interaction between all three of them. The only thing that I didn't really like about the interaction between Monica and Captain Marvel is that whole debate saying like, oh, you left us and then you never came back. I was missing you and all that crap. I was getting annoying. That's for almost half of the movie was her being mad about that. But how can
they didn't come to the resolution until basically the end.
It was kind of dumb.
Oh yeah, that
the whole
annoyed me. The Annihilator. The Annihilator. Oh, the Annihilator. Oh, bro, do you have to say her name every single time she shows up?
They want to make a statement.
The Annihilator. And then, bro, I hear the Annihilator one more time, I'm about whoops some ass. Like I don't say someone's name every single time I see them, especially if it's like hours within seeing each other.
Yeah, it was gonna bad how many times they did say it, especially in the very beginning of the movie. They like, we get it. She did something bad, and it keeps, like you said, they keep saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it.
You know later, I'm like, bro.
All right, let's get. I don't want to keep with the cons because my cons are basically you're saying. My pros. One of the reasons I like the movie.
Yeah, why do you like this movie? Why do you give it a 7? Why do you like this movie so much?
Because, like I said in this show before, I had little to nothing expectations for this movie. Anything that crossed 1%, it went above and beyond my expectations for the movie. And it did. It went above my expectations for it. That's why I actually did like it. I like the comedy. I don't feel like the comedy was a little bit bad, except the interaction between Monica and Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, yeah.
Yeah, their whole interaction was whatever. The comedy was good. The interaction between all three girls, like as a trio, them figuring out how the powers work, beautiful. The family, I love the Kamala side of the family. Like they're so overprotective, and I'm so happy that they're shown to Mai, because Latinos are the same way. They're the same way about that. And so like I'm so happy that in the MCU that they're not like downplaying it to make it seem we accept you, do whatever you want, type of thing. Like no,
everybody's okay with it.
Yeah, no, you're my daughter. You better not go to space. What the hell are you doing over there? Like, I love her mom. Her mom was a pretty good cast for her.
Yeah. You know what was really funny? My favorite scene, I will say my favorite scene was when Nick Fury and the family, they were like falling out of space, and the brother was praying, and the Fury's like, "Are you praying?" He's like, "Yeah." don't stop. And as he was going, Nick Fury was like, amen. Amen. That was funny. That was some funny stuff.
See, I told you. See, there's some good stuff in this movie. Let's get some in this movie. I did hear that Nick Fury did cuss. He did cuss. He said shit like a lot of scenes.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, Samuel Jackson, a little more PG-13, but Samuel Jackson is in this movie cussing a little bit. So I thought it was a little. Did you notice how different every single person in this movie was compared to every other project? Like Nick Fury wasn't acting like how he acted on Secret Invasions. Like he's like a whole different person. Like that's why I'm confused of the event of what happened.
I think this Nick Fury was more like the past Nick Fury.
No. I think this movie is like a whatever Nick Fury. Like a whatever, like, okay, it happened.
A whatever Nick Fury.
Like, I don't think this, like how he was with Goose, he was like super, super friendly. I mean, it's a cat. It's like, it's not gonna attack him twice or take his other eye. So dumb, by the way. But I thought Nick Fury was really different. Captain Marvel, 100% different compared to the other projects. Like you said earlier, she's more serious, more in previous projects. But in this one, she was more playful, more emotional. And
because that was the big thing that we would always say. She would be like, her acting is like weird. Like, she's so serious, doesn't smile. And it was like, her emotions, like, it was just like weird in the previous films. But this one, she did
different.
Good. Yeah,
you can tell all. I feel like this movie was told in the eyes of Kamala.
Think in about the eyes of Kamala.
Like I feel like Kamala was like just telling the story to her friends, because everything was so happy. Everything was like mostly upbeat. Obviously, there's some dark moments after when some of the Skrulls were dying. She's like, "All those people," and Captain Marvel's like, "Nah, bro, let's dip." Like there's some dark moments and like live wake up calls basically. Like we can't. Yeah. This is part of the job basically. But I feel like the movie was told in her eyes. Yeah, it's more light and stuff like that.
Well, there was a lot of colors. I'll tell you that. It was colors everywhere. You know what I liked? That they, in the very beginning, they kept the Miss Marvel stuff in there. We're like showing the drawings and stuff. I was like, I like that. Because it was so cool seeing that in Miss Marvel and bringing it back here into a movie and something that's not just her project is cool.
Yeah. What else?
I mean, I don't think there was a lot of big stuff that happened. I'll ask you this. Where do you think... you think there's a Captain Marvel 3? Or Miss Marvel Season 2?
Probably a Miss Marvel Season 2. I don't know about Captain Marvel 2 because how this movie is being treated now.
But then everyone hated on it.
Exactly. After they saw it.
I guess that's true. They paid the ticket first.
Exactly. This one, people already knew what they were getting into.
Very bad. So, I mean, lower than The Flash. Granted, I don't know how much the Marvel's budget is. I'll figure that out. But it did get less money than The Flash opening night, which we all know how bad The Flash got. The Flash lost DC money.
$274.8 million.
I don't think it's gonna get there. What is the Flash budget? The Flash budget was $220. It's gonna lose money. It's gonna lose a lot of money.
I don't know. We'll probably have to see the numbers after this weekend ends because it's still the weekends are not over yet.
I will say
the first day.
I don't think maybe I'm tripping, but I didn't really have an issue with CGI.
I didn't have an issue with CGI, but I did have some issues with editing. There
was
some
editing?
So
like the way it cut from scene to scene.
So there was some over the shoulder shots. I don't know if you know what that means. So like, you're talking, I'm in front of you, but the camera's here, and they only show like this side, but at your face.
Mm.
So it's like that's an over the shoulder shot. So there's some over the shoulder shots that we're doing with Monica and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
That Monica was talking, but they were showing the reaction of Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
But when they were on that shot of showing the reaction of Captain Marvel, Monica, the actress, was not talking. Her mouth was closed, but the audio was still going. And it was going back and forth multiple times. And I did notice that, like, you have that stuff there. But it was very minimal. It was just something that I picked up on it. I pay attention to those little details like that. So that's my problem with the editing. I don't know. They probably did it on purpose because they probably didn't want to do the scene again, or they probably didn't even notice.
Probably didn't notice. But you know,
it's so
you know what was? I wouldn't say what was good, but what I applaud Marvel for, and that is that they took risk with this movie. The whole cat scene. I'm pretty sure that was a pretty big risk. The whole singing. When have we ever gotten singing besides the
Hawkeye?
The play in Hawkeye? But that's different. We've never gotten singing with main characters before, so another big risk.
I hate it. I don't take the other risk. If I knew there was singing on this, I would have not. I would have skipped that whole part. I would have gotten up and then waited for it to be over and then come back.
Oh my gosh, you hate singing. But
it's not that I don't hate singing. I just hate musicals.
You're literally engaged to a singer.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
The point is, they took risk, and I applaud them for that. Did I like them? No. They took the risk, and sometimes you gotta do it because you never know what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. So you just do it until you find out what does. Hopefully they realize, you know what?
I mean, from the risk that they took on this movie, yes, the singing was annoying to me, but I know 90% of people do like musicals and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I still haven't heard a person really hate on that part other than us, because I really haven't. I try my best not to listen to other people's reviews so it doesn't affect my review when I give it here, and I do watch it afterward to see how close I am to other people, because that can affect my actual review on this. So I still haven't seen a person really give a crap or bash on that part. So maybe it did good. Maybe a possible musical MCU could happen. Like, or what if they recreate the events of 2012 Avengers, like how they did on the musical, but actual movie with actual actors who sing. Like, I don't know. It'll be cool, but no, it would not be cool. Don't quote me on that. I don't want a musical, but it could open possibilities for Marvel to do musicals. Because I know Disney. What is Disney? All I know about music.
You know what I'll say I don't like? And maybe this is just a personal thing. But I don't like how many worlds we've been going to. It's too much to keep up with.
What do you mean? Just don't keep up with the names.
It's too much. I'm like, who are these people? All right, now I got another people. I forget what the Kree are about, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what the Kree are about. This is where the Kree are from, and I'm like, oh yeah, the Skrulls. They're like 20, like all over the place. Like, why are the Skrulls here? And then I gotta keep up with other worlds, and then it's just it's too many. It's too many.
It was not.
worlds.
It was not because if this was a Star Wars movie, you would not be talking about how many planets.
I think about that about Star Wars. Too many planets on Star Wars.
On Star Wars, they be going to like thousands of planets, and you never.
I know, and it's annoying, and I'm like, bro, why are we going to Star Wars? I don't mention it because we've never talked about a Star Wars movie, like just the movie. But that is a complaint I have about Star Wars. It's too much to keep up with, especially if you're a casual fan. It's too much to keep up with me as a hardcore fan. Imagine a casual fan who's like, who are the Kree? Who are the Skrulls?
Then you know who the Kree are. You know who the Skrulls are. So I don't know why you complain.
I'm talking about the casual fan. The casual fan.
Well, but we're not casual fans. We're hardcore fans. We actually know what's actually happening on this movie. So I don't know what you complain about. You know what I'm complaining about? That I was actually talking to Sean. He actually pointed it out to me that I don't realize until after he told me.
What?
What happened to the other pair of the Bengals?
Yes, that was literally the very next thing I was gonna tell you.
What happened to the other side? She
everything. Yeah. She has both. All of a sudden, they're back in home, and then she only has one Bengal. What the hell are you doing?
What happened to the other one? And they don't never address it again. They don't address it. It's
just not there.
It's not there. I think it was an editing problem. I think they.
It's not an editing problem because that's physical. That's not a CGI.
No, it's not an editing problem. It's oh my God, what's that word? So with C.
I don't know. Wardrobe malfunction.
Continuity
problem?
Exactly, that's what it is. I thought they shot that scene first without the other Bengal, and then they shot the scene with her giving the two Bengals.
Probably did.
And then they probably didn't even realize until like we are pointing it out, or they just didn't care about it, or they have a plot that we
don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, we can worry about this for another project. It's not that big of a deal. We can worry about this for another project and come up with some fake solution. But yes, I noticed that when I was in the theater and I saw it and I was like, where's the other one? I should only got one. I know if I was granted the power of having more power, I'm going to keep both of them on me. And she's like, yes, they've traveled through time and space for me, but I'm not going to have the other one on at all times. Okay, whatever. But you know what I did like, and I'm so excited for, is the setup for the future.
Oh my God.
Young Avengers. We got Kate Bishop. Oh, like side note, we got a cameo of Valkyrie. That was interesting.
Yeah, it was whatever.
But it was like just for a brief second. So,
they literally spoiled that on the trailer.
Well, I didn't watch the trailer. But
bro, they pissed me off. Disney pisses me off so much.
That's why you don't watch trailers.
No.
Except the first.
No. It's not even that. It's not even the It's not even the cameo because it's whatever. I don't even care about Valkyrie. She's not a character that I was like, oh my God. They put it on the caption. Big character cameo, something like that. Like they made it seem that RDJ was gonna be on this movie.
Big character cameo.
They made it seem so overhyped for this character, and they only show Valkyrie.
Well, we also got Kate Bishop.
No. It was just that. It was Valkyrie.
It was for Valkyrie.
Yeah, just weird. For her. They overhyped
10
her
seconds.
For like a minute of screen time. Not even 30 seconds of screen time. No. 5 seconds of screen time. That's
but because I didn't watch the trailer, and she's like, oh yeah, I called a friend. I'm like, who the hell's in space? Like, was it like, call who? I'm like trying to go through people. I'm like, dude, I got nobody. And then Valkyrie showed up. I'm like, oh, it's Valkyrie.
Yeah. I figured it was her because obviously the trailer. But I completely forgot. When she said, oh, I got a friend. I'm like, whoo, you got friends?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, bro, what? But, yeah, Young Avengers. So, we got Kate Bishop. It was so cool. I'm so excited. Young Avengers. So in the comics, I wouldn't say in the comics, but in some people that could be in Young Avengers. You got America Chavez from Doctor Strange, Cassie Lang from Scott Lang's daughter, Wanda Maximoff's boys from probably Earth, whatever that Earth is, Earth 8 something something. Which, interesting side note, they came out with this book of the whole Marvel timeline and everything that confirms Marvel, whatever. And it's official Marvel book. Like, this came straight from Marvel. And they said in this book, Wanda Maximoff, 616 Wanda Maximoff is dead. Interesting. Body. Maybe, yeah, but maybe she's dead and like her spirit went back to the other Wanda.
No.
You don't think she's dead?
Nah.
But the book said that she was dead. Point is, okay, so her twin boys. You got Isaiah Bradley's grandson. You got Kid Loki. Kid Loki's probably not gonna show up, but there's different people that could show up, and now we got who knew Kamala Khan was gonna be the one to bring them together. Just a fangirl of people, just one of us, yeah. And she's like, you know what I'm gonna do, because I'm a man of the people, I'm a woman of the people, I'm gonna team up with the other kids. Hashtag go kids.
The whole interaction was a very good nostalgic pull, because this is what Nick Fury did back on 2008 to Tony Stark.
And it happened another time in another movie. I just don't remember where it happened.
No,
I think it happened in Winter Soldier. No, not Bucky. It happened somewhere. This was the second time that it happened. It happened in a Captain America movie.
I don't remember. But no, wasn't it Avengers first? The first Avengers? When he's talking to him on the gym? When he's boxing?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I don't know. But it's the same interaction that Tony Stark had with Nick Fury on the very first, on 2008. And then Kamala recreated with Kate Bishop, which I love, since she goes saying you're gonna be part of a huge cinematic universe, or whatever she said. It was very good. It was very well done.
Yeah.
Part that it brought memories to.
It was cool. I'm telling you, if she's not the next Kevin Feige, she's the next Nick Fury. No, she's not. But it's just like, we all wish we were her.
Yeah.
Look, if I could be her for a day, I would. Like, she's not even just. I could be either one. I could be the celebrity or I could be the actor, because as a celebrity, she's still living her dream, because she's actually a nerd in real life. So, and meeting all the other celebrities and being cool while I'm over here doing a podcast in my living room kitchen because I'm not cool. I don't know, man.
It's okay.
I don't know what to tell you. The point is, it was cool. I didn't know. We all were theorizing for so long. You see Young Avenger here, Young Avenger here, Young Avenger here, Young Avenger here. How are they going to come together? Now we know. Kane. I'm not Kane. Kamala. Started with a K. Started with a K.
So dumb.
I met Kamala. Now we know. Kamala is bringing them together.
Oh my god.
I said it so confidently. Now we know. I don't know. I don't know why I said that. But it's cool. She was like, yeah, I'll do it. And who's next? Who next?
I mean, she did mention, like on her super fat fangirl voice, she said that, oh, did you know Emma has a daughter? So
she
maybe,
said that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She speaks so fast that she did say that, like, you can go probably on YouTube and find that scene. By the way, all these scenes were leaked. Like, I saw that scene and I saw the other post-credit scene before the movie.
Yourself.
I didn't really care for either or. Like, they didn't change my life, but I know they were set up for bigger things. Like, especially for Young Avengers. It's gonna now it's more official that's gonna happen. Even though we
Yeah.
knew
Do you think it's gonna end
it.
up being a movie?
Of course, it has to be. It can't be a show. If it's a show, I'm not watching it because it's gonna be a six crappy episode show, and then the fifth episode is gonna be the best one. The sixth episode is gonna suck, and then the fourth episode is gonna be a filler episode, and then 1, 2, 3 are gonna be the only good episodes in the show.
I don't tell you.
Make it a movie.
I mean, it's not in the timeline.
It's not.
It's not phase. It's not going to be in phase 5 or 6 unless they add it.
They're gonna add it. They're probably gonna add it because where's Moon Knight?
I guess where's Spider-Man 4?
Where's Spider-Man 4?
That's true. Maybe the next Comic-Con.
Where's
Disney
Shang-Chi? Shang-Chi 2. Where's that at? Eternals 2. Where's that at?
Wow, there's a lot of stuff missing.
Exactly.
Doctor Strange 3.
Where's it at?
Where's it at? So yeah, Young Avengers. I don't know. Do you think it would be before Kang Dynasty?
Of course, it has to be. I think
Kang Dynasty is in 27. We're about to enter 24, meaning they have to do a movie in 3 years.
Yeah, it has to be a movie, and it has to be before Kang Dynasty.
And it's going to be within the next 3 years.
What if these Avengers, the Young Avengers, are the one who start the fight on Kang Dynasty?
What if they're the ones who save the fight?
Oh, they probably are. They're gonna get their ass whooped, 100%. Like I don't think the whole roster that you mentioned earlier for the Young Avengers are strong enough to take a Kang.
But what if they're like
threat.
Their brains? Like, you know how you got Infinity War dusted? You got people left, they bring everyone back. What if it's like that?
Yeah, but they had Tony Stark.
You got...
They had Tony Stark. Who is that high of a level of smart?
Shuri?
I don't think Shuri will be part of the Young Avengers.
I guess you're right. She's a grown woman now. She's a Black Panther.
She's a Black Panther. Is she? That's my glasses.
She just dropped something.
Isn't she the queen?
Oh, she is queen now.
Isn't she, or like other fight or still fighting who?
No. Remember they said she was gonna be queen, but then M'Baku was like,
challenge her. Yeah. So,
I got it. So no, she's not gonna be queen. She's just Black Panther. But yeah, I don't think she would be in the Young Avengers. She's like this kid stuff. But
Ironheart.
She's good. Ironheart. She's
Smart.
pretty smart. She is smart.
Oh,
There you go.
And camera off. I'll be back. I'm still here. Just
Well,
my camera's
technical
off.
difficulties. So this is what happens. Low budget. We're low budget people.
Literally.
Yeah, so that was the first thing, which I'm honestly surprised it was not a post-credit scene. They could have made that a post-credit scene, but they left it for the end, which is interesting. Most of the time, you don't see, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say most of the time. To me, I feel like with recent Marvel stuff, that's more of a post-credit scene type of thing. But I'm glad they left it in a movie. I don't have to wait for credits, which I still waited for credits, but whatever. Now, the big stuff, the post-credit scene. The only one that matters, because there was technically a second one, but there wasn't really a second one. The only one that matters, the first post-credit scene. X-Men, baby! Yes, sir. I'm so hyped. We got X-Men. We got Beast, which I got some thoughts about. I got some thoughts about Beast. Why this Beast? Why the Beast from X-Men Last Stand? From 2006 Beast. This guy's old. I mean, granted, Charles is old, but like, why? This is not the Beast that like people like the other Beast more. Why this Beast?
Bro.
This is not the Beast that people like.
Okay. I need you to shut up. I need you to be quiet because you are not an X-Men fan. like that.
Whoa. This is not the best beast out there. Nicholas Hoult is a better beast.
Okay. We did see less of him.
We only saw this guy in one movie. Out of the bunch of movies of X-Men.
Yeah, the other X-Men guy was on The Last Stand, on Day of Future Past, on Apocalypse, on the Phoenix one. That's like 4 or 5 movies that he did.
Yeah, and this guy was only on The Last Stand. That was it.
Yeah, and it was better. I don't know. I don't want to compare the two of them because one becomes the other. What the heck happened? I just pressed the mouse by myself. One becomes the other because obviously the younger Hank becomes this guy. So I guess it's just where it falls on time. Or probably why they pick him instead of the other.
So do you think this is the beast going forward? Like the X-Men guy?
I don't know.
If you had to guess, is this our beast of future Marvel?
I think it will, because of the way that they are just going forward. Because why they didn't pick the younger Charles, and they picked Patrick Stewart?
Because that's the Charles that we know. Everyone thinks about old Charles in a wheelchair that's bald.
Okay,
no one thinks about Charles that can
have
walk.
a young Hank and an old
You've had it in like 3 X-Men movies.
You can't have old and young. If you have
that's
old,
exactly
you
what you had. The X-Men is literally an old guy, Charles Xavier, and everyone else is young. Wolverine, young.
No.
Looking.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. You know what I meant.
I don't know what you meant.
If you're picking your Fox movies, if you're going from the Charles Xavier that was showing on 2002 X-Men, that bald guy, Patrick Stewart, that you have to show the same.
Yes. Patrick Stewart was with the other beast as well.
For all day future past, and he wasn't on that time.
Whatever.
It's the past. He was with the other guy, with McCoy guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
The guy from Split.
Yeah.
Matthew McCoy. I think that's his name. I'm just guessing. I know it's McCoy.
Henry McCoy.
It's not Henry McCoy.
Hank McCoy.
Something like that. Something McCoy. But you know what I'm talking about. You cannot have 2 different timelines of characters. So either you have the younger X-Men or you have the older X-Men. That's it. So that's why this guy makes more sense, or why this guy's here, because we already saw Professor X as Patrick Stewart.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I think the other guy would have been better. Oh my god, Patrick Stewart is 83 years old? I was going to say that beast is 67. He could die. But then I was looking up Patrick Stewart's age, and he's 83.
Oh, talking about age. Do you know how old is Ralph Macchio?
No. 50? Something?
No, he's 64 years old.
Really?
And he looks like a freaking 40-year-old dude.
Wow. I thought he was like early 50s.
Bro, when I saw that the Astro is 8, I think his diet.
That's crazy.
I don't know what he'd be eating.
For real.
His diet.
He'd be eating his veggies. Anyways,
yeah,
okay, post-credit. So we get X-Men. Monica's trapped. How do we get her back? How did they come back? I don't know. Definitely want to hear your thoughts about this. But she thinks she sees her mom. Blue balls. It's actually, if you don't know, and you're not like comic-y like we are, that is actually a Captain Marvel variant in that universe.
Yeah.
So her mom, fake mom, got to be what she couldn't be in 616 because we saw the little flashback. She's like, Captain Marvel was like, oh, it should have been you. She's like, I don't need to be Captain Marvel. Well, guess what? You're Captain Marvel. Not her, but her face. Her face is Captain Marvel. And yeah, it is. Are we getting a Captain Marvel variant in the X-Men? I don't like that. I don't like that.
Why not?
We already got Captain Marvel. I don't need another Captain Marvel.
I mean, we kind of did got another Captain Marvel on Doctor Strange with her.
Wait,
Maybe
who?
the only. What do you mean we do?
Who?
Are you serious?
I'm blanking.
The same actress.
She's in Doctor Strange?
She's. Oh my god.
I'm blanking. Look, it's late. I'm blanking.
Oh my god.
You're right.
Remember on the Illuminati?
Yeah. In the Illuminati. You're right. Yeah, but she's dead. But she died. So it was like it didn't even matter. I'm talking about like I'm talking about for the future.
Another Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but it was like I'm talking about for the future. For a scene, whatever. Give me a Captain Marvel. I'm talking about like I don't want to have a Captain Marvel variant for the future of X-Men when I already have a Captain Marvel. Then you just got 2 Captain Marvels, and in reality, you could say you got 3 Captain Marvels because you got freaking Gaia, who has apparently every power ever. So you got another Captain Marvel. You got 3 Captain Marvels. I don't need that. I hope she's just like there for a little bit and not actually part of the the X-Men crew.
Maybe she's not an X-Men. She just maybe is.
And she's a scientist. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, I guess she has power. She can't just be a scientist, but I don't know. What do you think about this post-credit scene? What was your thoughts? What do you think about Beast? What do you think about X-Men? What happens from here with Monica and stuff? Maybe she joins the X-Men. I don't know. What do you think?
Okay, so when I saw this scene, I was obviously happy because we got to see another X-Men character on the MCU. This is the second time that we see.
Second. Yep. Patrick Stewart was the first.
Yeah, some original X-Men characters. Obviously hype. But I was confused because obviously we saw Patrick Stewart on that Doctor Strange on Earth 8-3 something, whatever. Obviously this is not the same universe. This is another universe. I wonder which universe are we at when we saw this. Because people keep saying, "Oh, this is the X-Men '97 universe," which is the animated one, which is coming back to Disney Plus pretty soon. I forgot the date when it's coming, but it doesn't make sense because they said the same thing for the Doctor Strange one when we saw Patrick Stewart on the big floating chair. So I'm not sure. So I'm mostly confused on where we are. And I don't know how they're gonna bring Monica back. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they're gonna open some portal. This girl, I'm guessing, is gonna be involved. America Chavez, because she's one of the persons who can actually open these portals and go to another dimension.
Yeah.
But
you gotta find America Chavez first. She has to know where she's going to get there.
I'm pretty sure she's easy to find. America Chavez, not Monica Rambeau. I don't know where she's at. We don't know where she's at.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was a pretty cool scene. I think it was mostly done to make people buy tickets because the scene was already leaked almost a week before the movie hits.
Well, that's why you don't watch stuff.
It
wasn't leaked to me. Except you were freaking... Where's the post-credit scene? I'm not gonna tell you, but he's blue! I'm... beat your ass right now, bro. So annoying. So annoying, bro.
Oh my god.
Whatever.
Oh my god, that was funny.
If you're like me and you actually stay out of leaks, then you would have thought, "Oh, you wouldn't have known that until you bought the ticket."
I mean, I bought the tickets before. Like I always buy the tickets when they announce that the tickets are coming. I always do that for movies because I want to get good seats. Unless I go to like a very cheap theater that they don't have assigned seats, like which I did for this one. I didn't want to pay over $20 for this, so I pay like $12 with taxes included. So
okay, so is like, do you have any other thoughts on this?
On this, I'm lost, like I said, but I'm more. I'll say I am excited because Kevin Feige or someone said that X-Men are coming sooner than later.
Yeah.
Which is why I sent the post to you, and then it's like a cough, cough. That was pretty. So I'm excited to see who else is gonna come back. I want to know who else is coming back. We already got Charles. We got Hugh Jackman. We already have this version of Beast. I wonder who else is gonna sign back up and take their mantle again.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, for a second before I started putting two and two together, I thought the new Maria Rambeau was gonna be the new Storm.
Yeah, that was one of the theories, because that scene on the post-credit scene when she gets up and walks from the camera, the mother.
Yeah. People
thought that was Storm. So people already knew the X-Men were gonna be in the movie. Plus, they dropped a lot of hints. There was a part on the trailer that there was a word and it had an X in it, but the X stayed longer after the rest of the word fade out. People were like, okay, they're dropping too many hints of X-Men to people go see this movie. But you gotta do what
it's interesting. You gotta do what you gotta do, and they still didn't make money. They're still not gonna make their money. But yeah, that's all we have for the Marvels. Messi, I got a question for you. Should we split this into a part 2 episode and talk about Loki? Because this is already at an hour and 18.
And Loki is a pretty long conversation.
I feel like we're gonna talk about it for at least 20-30 minutes. So I say we split it and just talk about Loki.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So this is our episode. If you want to stay tuned for part 2 and hear Loki, they'll be dropping back to back. Yeah. If you don't know where to find us, or if you just want to stay tuned, or you just want to hear this episode, if you don't know where to find us, you can find me at Dating42. 3 N's, 2 is taken, and yeah.
Yeah, and you can find me at Messi.17_ on Instagram. But if you don't want to follow us on individual, you can always follow us on Qualified Heroes on major platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you name it, we're there. Comment, share, let us know what you think about this movie. If you think it was a whatever movie like Danny thinks, or a movie like a decent movie, a popcorn movie, a good popcorn movie.
It was not a popcorn movie.
It was a popcorn movie. Just let us know in the comments, and then we can always go from there. But other than that,
Qualified Heroes, we will see you again later on.